Good evening, guys. I started thinking about my own language journey. I struggled at first to think of what language meant to me. I had both of my parents were broadcast journalism majors, so English speaking, English only. Um, Grew up in Southern California, had neighbors who spoke everything from Lao to Spanish to Japanese, um, Armenian, all these different languages. But English was definitely the primary language, and I communicated only with other people in English only until I was overseas after college. But what got me interested in language and what made me really think deeper about language was reading religious texts and mythology in late middle school, early high school. That's when I really started to try and dissect and figure out how important word choice might be, or how language could affect people. So for my Jbox, I have some religious texts that I've had for at least 20 years. The Tibetan Book of the Dead, the Quran, the Bhagavad Gita, and of course the revised version of the Bible, Old Testament, New Testament. In the same way that these books inspire and bring people together, I've always been a really big fan of comic books. So these are things that continue to inspire people. We have Black Panther, the X-Men. Right? These are stories that bring people together and challenge our ideas. Scott Pilgrim. Like I said before, English has always been the primary way that I communicated. For a period of time, I studied Arabic when I lived and worked in the Middle East and Syria, and I'm glad this project kind of forced me to go back and dig on my shelf, and I found an old Arabic workbook, which is super exciting. One, because it has a flowery umbrella on it, but two, because you can see on there, but my instructor, his corrections are in red at the top, and he died several years ago as a result of the conflict in Syria. So I'm glad that I found this memory of him. Dr. Hazem lives on in my Arabic workbook, and it had me. I kind of went back and practiced some verbs that I hadn't looked at in a long time. So language for me, to kind of sum it up, is something that brings people together, and hopefully keeps people's ideas and thoughts and mythologies, religions alive, so they can share and influence others. I also found some notes or funny stories I want to remember to email my girlfriend, now my wife, about later on. Things about losing a shoe in a public bus, and some anyways, thank you for creating this project. It was great to rediscover some of this stuff, and good luck.